How we doing, everyone? We're going to talk covered calls today with Chevron. Today is December 9th, and the markets are closed. So, a little backstory on Chevron. I've had Chevron for years, and I've watched Chevron just like most everybody. Watch Chevron go up and down and up and down, and maybe I've bought here, rallied it up, sold there, rallied down, catch a little move there. Well, with oil tanking last October, of course, we all felt the pain, and that's I've lived and died that right there. But dividend Chevron keeps paying the divvy. That's $1 plus right there every single 3 months. So I'm holding it, not selling it. But I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? We're going to write some covered calls. We're going to make some money. We're going to try to do this once a month, try to pick up an extra 1,000 a month, and try to double dip if I can. So the setup is simple. Going into late November, Chevron down here in the 70s rallied up to 98. Now, my dollar cost on Chevron right now is 96. So as this, I want to say when it was right in here, I wrote the covered call for 100. I got $1 for it, and it rallied up to 98. And life's good. Hey, if I get 100 for Chevron, my dollar cost is 96. I am clean deal, baby. Because when you're feeling this pain right here, you're feeling this right here. Yeah, you're looking to feel real good to get out of that. So with that said, I wrote that covered call, got $1 for it, and when it tailed off just recently, man, that same call was going for 20 cents. So I picked it up. So I got $1 for it. I sold the 2 calls. I actually did 2 calls, but I got 2 calls. I got a nickel for one, paid a nickel for one, paid 20 for the other, washed my hands. I'm clean. I got shares to write another trade. Well, of course, it bases here. We get the OPEC news. It rallies a little bit. We get the OPEC news. It's diving. Okay. Well, I think it's short covering, but we got a nice little bump today. Okay. This was up 250 today. So what I do, I pick that same 95 strike. At the time, that 95 strike this morning was at the peak, was selling at 101. In fact, there's only 7 here. I was the only call writer at that time. I got my $1. And the thinking here is if we get to 95, we get to 96, remember, I get 95 strike plus the 196. Clean deal for me. We move on. Because look, oil over the next 6 months, in my opinion, stays at 37. Maybe on a great day goes to 47. But that's just where we're at. We just have a huge glut. Yeah, we have production coming off. Yeah, look, we need China to reboot and start buying all the surplus oil. That's not happening, and it's not going to happen for a while. So every single month we're going to get rig counts that are down, but production's up. Explain that. Well, while that is working itself out, we're going to get these kind of runs. We're going to run it up, run it down. Let's use covered calls to create some income while we're doing it. So right now, as we stand, I'm sitting here. I've written 2 in the past month or whatever this is right here, and I've picked up $1,200. So I'm sitting here with $1,200 to the good. And again, if it goes to 96, I'm happy. Get my shares taken away. It's a clean trade. If not, I keep the shares. Collect the next dividend. We write the covered call. Okay, so writing covered calls allows us to bring our dollar cost average down. Okay, allows us to make some income while we're waiting for the stock, all right, to go back up. And with covered calls, we are not limited to the expiration date. As these stocks go higher, then they go lower. We write them as they go higher. We buy them back when they go lower. Okay, to lock in our profits. This current trade right here, I'm telling you right now, If this trade heads higher and then heads down, comes back to 20 cents, I'm buying it back, and we'll be clean, wash my hands of it, we write another one. So writing covered calls out of the money gives you the flexibility to keep your shares so you can maybe collect the dividend, right? Gives you the equity move in the stock, plus gives you some pocket money, and it reduces your dollar cost when you're in the red like I am. So at this point, hey, I hope all your covered calls are profitable, and have a good day.